Hello. How are you doing this evening? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling fantastic. I hope everything's going well in your neck of the woods. Let's get it going. Oh my goodness. When I tell you all that last night I was so angry, and I watched the video back and I was like, man, I really hope I didn't light anybody up, because I was so tired. I did not remember everything that I said. So I went back and I re-listened to it, and I was like, whoa, I actually did a pretty good job at not losing my shit. So I was very proud of myself, because I always like to go back and review and make sure that everything is simpatico. My sister is going to sleep out there, so I'm going to try to be as considerate volume-wise as possible, because these doors are thin. Not very helpful at all if you want to write music or do anything like that. Yes, child. I loved Wolverine vs. Deadpool, bro. It was such a good movie. If you haven't seen it and you're into funny movies, I would go see it. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it was mine, definitely. But yes, as I was saying, I hope you're all doing well at whatever time of the day or night you are watching this. And I hope you are feeling particularly loved and blessed, because it is what you deserve. You deserve to feel loved and blessed. I hate when this happens, when I'm trying to find the little... There we go. My hair is getting long under here. It's gonna be a little curly afro soon enough. Soon enough. It won't actually be an afro, because my hair is actually pretty curly. What else am I missing? My ring. Anything else? Nope, I think that's it. So we will commence with our mobile. But I hope you guys are feeling okay. I hope you're feeling at peace. And if you're not feeling at peace, that's okay, because we're going to do 5 deep breaths together. We can actually do that right now. So let's inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice, good job. And now you already know what time it is. You better get your motherfucking water in right now, bro. Do it right now, I said. I know this would be terrifying, but I kind of wish I could teleport to y'all's houses and be like, you better get your ass about this bed and drink some water, or I know something. I think that shit would be funny. Now, I know some of you are actually about that life, so if I were to do that, you would beat my ass out of pure fear, because, like, if you're watching this during the day, maybe not, but if you're watching this at night and you in your room and I was to be the paralysis demon in the corner, I would just be in the corner like, you didn't drink your water today. I'm slightly judging you. I wouldn't be judging you, though. Oh my glob. It was an amazing day today. And it's so funny because that tends to happen after I have like arguments or disagreements with people. Something that's really great is after I am in like really tough emotional situations, because I'm so focused on growing as a person, I can always pull what I should have learned from that situation from the situation. So this is something that makes me very happy. So after disagreements, I don't come away feeling bad too many days after, because I'm able to reflect and I'm able to say, okay, so what could I have done differently? How did I contribute to the problem? What can I do to change and be better for myself in the future? And I feel like that's what I was doing today. I realized what I said in last night's video. Before I continue, hi, 5 minutes and 23 seconds as I say this. If you're new here, which I've seen, I have a couple new subscribers as of this morning. Welcome. You are loved, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're good looking, you're unique, you're talented. Even if you don't think you're talented, you are. You probably have some hidden talents that even you don't know about. And if you are here with us, with this little community that I have going, that I'm creating, and that we as a little community are building together, we're just on some authentic shit. So I post these videos being authentic, being vocal, 5 minutes and 55 seconds as I say that. I would like to incite and influence positive change in the world, so that's why I do these videos, because spiritually that's what I was moved to do. And I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I love you guys' feedback. I love the likes. I love the subscribes. I don't need them. You never have to do it, but I love it anyways. Last night's video that I did was, I think it was entitled, I'm about to crash out. And in the video, you kind of can't tell, because when I get angry and like I get super animated, I'm loud, and my sister was sleeping. So that's part of the reason I was like, let me keep it in the road. But essentially I had an argument with a family member that wasn't really an argument. It was more the person trying to push that they felt slighted, and me validating that what they're saying is true, and also there were other reasons why that stuff happened. And it's interesting because ordinarily I would not try to push to explain why something happened. Usually I'm very big on validate and move forward. Because for me, if somebody slights me or if somebody pisses me off, I'm not looking for you to give me the reason why you did everything. Unless I ask you first, which usually I will. There are some things that when people do, I'm like, why did you do that? Because if you did it because you were trying to help me, I'm not going to be as upset, and I can kind of be like, oh, okay, well, I can see why you did what you did. 7 minutes and 17 seconds. As I say that, like, I can see what you did, but if you were doing it because you were on some fuck shit or you were on some ego shit, now we got to squabble because I don't do that shit. So I actually had somebody, a few years ago, I was talking about something, and this person told me that what I was essentially talking about, like my worries, my concerns that I was voicing, were all in my head. And it was a statement that I felt was just made without thinking. And when I asked, why did you make this statement? They were like, I don't know. And I was like, so you just made it. I just want to confirm that when you made this statement, you weren't making it for any hostile reasons. You were literally just saying it. And at the time, I did not realize I was raised to ask questions. So when people did things that hurt me, I would always ask, well, why 8 minutes and 18 seconds as I say this? I was like, why would you do this? If I can understand your why, then I am less angry at what you did. Because to me, the reason behind the thing matters a lot. But actually, what is a better communication tactic, what I have learned and what I try to work on, is coming forward and voicing that you are hurt. You do not blame the other person, but your feelings were hurt by this thing that was said or done. And you're letting them know because you're communicating where you're at, and you're trying to process through it, and you're trying to feel better about it, and you do want to know why things happen the way they happen. This is a good way, at least from what I've been learning from a communication book that I've been reading, this is a good way to communicate, because you're being vulnerable. You're saying my feelings are hurt, and a lot of people don't want to do this. A lot of people do not want to admit, 9 minutes and 9 seconds as I say this, a lot of us do not want to admit when we are hurt by other people because we view that as being weak. But the thing is if you care about people, and if these are people who are your friends, close family, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, 9 minutes and 23 seconds as I'm about to say this, if you care about these people, then yeah, they're gonna hurt you. You're letting them into a portion of your life that is closer than the average person. So there is a higher opportunity that their mistakes will hurt a bit more. So communicate that you are hurt. Don't try to corner them. Don't try to blame them. Don't try to attack. Don't try to start a problem. Don't start sentences with, I just think it's funny, because you don't. You don't think it's funny. You're saying that as an intro to a problem. And some people, they don't want peace. They want problems, always. And those people, We leave them where they're at, where they are at. We leave them there. So I don't know why we got into that, but yeah. So I realized that for me, I should have validated and then just moved on. Some people, I can validate them and then there can be a conversation afterwards because they're seeking to learn me. I have good friends now who seek to do that. But there are a couple of people who I still deal with, who I'm in close proximity with, who do not ask me questions about what I did. They are very much so the types of people who their feelings are hurt. They voice that their feelings are hurt. When you apologize, they keep complaining about the fact that their feelings are hurt. And then when you're like, so what do we do now? I've apologized. I've validated your feelings. Like, I've told you what my plan is to do better. What else are you wanting? And some of these people, they really do just want to complain, because when I'm like, so what do we do now? There's no answer. There's just a repeat of why they were hurt. If you're a person who genuinely apologizes and you're like, here's my plan to do better, do not let people hold you to past mistakes that you made. You don't live there. You live in the present, where all of the shit that you're manifesting is coming to you. So you don't need to be living in the past. If somebody wants to keep taking you back there, you can tell them, listen, I'm sorry, I did not buy a bus ticket to go to Humdrum Town. I did not buy a bus ticket to head to the past. I'm on my path to the future, to where my abundance is, to where my success is, to where I'm gonna get my back blown out for some of y'all. For some of y'all, it's you gonna get yours. You already know what this is. We're not gonna fake the funk here. On this channel, it's all about authenticity all the time. But anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. This is a fun thing. Oh yeah, so Deadpool versus Wolverine. I loved that movie. I really want to talk about it, but if you haven't seen it, I don't want to talk about it. I feel like I'll give it a little bit longer. I'll give it a little bit longer before I start going into details about it, because it hasn't been out like super long yet, so people may still be, I don't think it's showing in theaters anymore. 12 minutes and 12 seconds as I say that. But you should go see it if you're into Marvel. Oh, speaking of Marvel, let's fucking get into it. Yeah, so I have been following, I've said in other videos, there are 4 streamers who game that I follow. I follow others, but sometimes I rotate out my people. And for the past however many months, I have been watching Big Puffer, Grizzy, Elastic Droid, and Pezzy. I've been watching them game, and when I watch them game, usually if it's a game that it's like really cool, this is how I'm actually figuring out games that I want to play. So I have actually played quite a few video games. I've played Skyrim, I've played Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, I have played Mortal Kombat 11, I have played Stardew Valley, Stray. I may have already said Stray, but I've played Stray. I've been playing Stumble Guys. I've been playing a lot of Stumble Guys. Bro, I'm so competitive. I love it. I love getting in there with my little chibi character that runs like this and being like, I'm about to smoke the other 31 contestants. I'm smoking everybody. But it's crazy because today, my frames per second, like my FPS was bad. I was dropping hella frames and I couldn't see shit, so I'd be like, I'm almost at the finish line, and then I would hear the completion thing and it'd be like, doo doo doo, like you didn't make it, and I'm like, well, I was right there. And then people they be standing there. If you're one of those motherfuckers who plays Stumble Guys and you stand there, you get there first and you wait, you don't cross the finish line, you just wait until it's just the amount of people that can get in, when it's like only 16 people allowed in out of the 32. If you stand there and you wait for there to be 15 people and then you run in as a person's coming up, you a whole asshole. You a whole asshole for that. 14 minutes and 14 seconds as I say that. I hate that shit. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. I don't actually hate that shit. But I've been so close before, and then somebody has like popped out from behind a pixel and crossed the finish line before me, and I was like, bro, I had all this hope, and for fucking what? Anyways, I love it. I love it so much. I've won 3 games, and when I got that first screen where my character was jumping in the air and it was like, you know, you won out of the 32 contestants, I was like, is this what power feels like? I must have more. So I was literally just loading into games, and then if I would fall, in the game. For those of you that don't know, Stumble Guys is a free game online. Actually, it's a free game on Steam, and it's kind of like I call it kind of like it's like a Wipeout type. If you've seen the show Wipeout, it's kind of like that, except you have different stages that are chosen at random. It's you and 31 contestants that start out. You're crossing all of these obstacle courses, and then it goes, I think, from 32. You start with 32 people, and then it's only 16, and then you go from 16 to 8 or 7, depending upon the number. I think there's like 3 rounds, and that's how they narrow it down. But it's so much fun, and again, it's free. So I like dressing my character up in little costumes, so I'll be doing all that stuff so that I can level up and I can dress up my character, because I like dressing up my character super cute. So I've been playing Stumble Guys, and that's been fun. Ooh, I played Watch Dogs. I played the first Watch Dogs. If you've played Watch Dogs, the first one, I wanted to play the second one, and the only reason I wanted to play the second one was because of the theme. I'm going to link it in the description so that you can go listen to it. It is on YouTube. It's so good. I think I might be able to download it on Spotify. If I can, I'm gonna lose my shit, because that's all I'm gonna listen to before I go to bed tonight, because it's so good. It's like hacking the nation. Like, it's so good. But Watch Dogs actually, for me, wasn't as fun because there's just too much to do, if that makes sense. I know some people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got options. I'm like, yes, but for some of us, too many options can be overwhelming. So, what else have I played? I've played Dishonored, and actually, I have a tattoo. This tattoo here, let me see. This tattoo right here is actually the Dishonored mask that Corvo Attano wears in the game. And then I have, you probably can't see it too well, but where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, right here. The staircase into the void, where the outsider lives. The outsider is 17 minutes, 17 seconds as I'm about to say this. The outsider is kind of fine. Like, his eyes are pitch black, and I love how he talks in the first game. If you're a person who likes people's voices and you want to hear, he sounds like he's bored with the world, because essentially he's this entity that's just kind of like, not like a trickster god per se, but he's kind of like a deity in the Dishonored like universe who people worship, and he kind of is above like witchcraft and granting powers. And what he does is, there are these things, these runes that are carved onto whale bones. So that's what this is. This is a cooked, like a boiled whale bone that has some like metal like spigots in it, and it's a rune. And you can have in the game, the outsider can grant the player his mark. And fun fact, there can only be 8 people in the world who have the outsider's mark at any given time. And so I wanted to get that as a tattoo. So I did this, for those of you that don't know, red and black. It's in the trash polka style. It's actually one of my favorite styles. I'm surprised the red has kept for so long. I would love to get this touched up and refreshed. I would love to get a lot of them touched up and refreshed, but I still want to do like cover-ups and stuff. I'm looking at doing like this part here. I'm gonna do that at some point. I'm very, very excited. I actually have ideas, because before I was trying to think about it, but I didn't have any ideas. But now I have ideas, and I'm very excited. But when you get his mark in the game, you can use like these cool dark void powers to do stuff. Yo, it's literally like assassin spirituality. Like, it's so dope. So that's actually my second favorite game of all time. I think my first favorite game of all time has become, well, if I think about it in terms of replay value, Skyrim is my first favorite game of all time. Elder Scrolls, I think it's the 5th game. It's the one where you are the Dragonborn, and you can have Lydia as your housecarl. You're dealing with Jarl Balgruuf, and you're dealing with all of the different stuff. You're dealing with the fact that the Aldmeri Dominion came in and took over. I know for some of you who aren't gamers, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bro, I get so excited about video game lore. I'm so into it. I'm so into it. But anyways, yeah. So that's what this whole thing is. It's like a quarter sleeve, and it's for the Dishonored mythos. I love it so much because it talks about the void, like this place of darkness that there's just the rules of gravity and physics don't make sense. You're granted magical powers. It's just so cool. I believe that the void is a real place. And we joke about it like a lot. Like when I was in college, we joked about the void a lot. I'm screaming into the void. I'm falling into the void. But me personally, I was like, I stare into the void and I want to go in there and I just want to be. It's just such a beautiful place. It calls to me. It calls to me. Did you know that if you are at the beach and you just want to walk out into the water and like you keep wanting to walk, it's known as the call of the void. A lot of people experience just this weird desire to just walk right out into the ocean, and the reason it's scary is because the people are afraid of that desire. They're not necessarily afraid of the ocean. Some people are. I actually am afraid of the ocean. I'll still get on a cruise ship though, but I do be afraid of the ocean because that motherfucker is huge and there are giant motherfuckers in there that be eating stuff. So I'm good on that. But yeah, so I played Dishonored, Skyrim, Assassin's Creed, Stardew Valley, Crime Scene Cleaner. I fucking loved Crime Scene Cleaner. If you're a person who loves like the power washing simulators, Crime Scene Cleaner is really fun and it's got a really great story. I actually really like it. I was impressed that there was actually a story that was set in place. So I would go play that if I were you. I'm thinking about replaying it because I didn't 100% the game. In the second level, I missed 2 vital secrets and I was mad when I saw that red question mark. I was like, I wanted to 100% the game. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to replay that so that I can 100% the game at some point. But yeah, I've played Grand Theft Auto. I think it's 5. Is it Grand Theft Auto 5? It's the one with your 3 guys. Michael, who's the crazy one? I forget his name. If you've played Grand Theft Auto and you remember the 3 guys who you play as, in I think it's 5. I've played that, and I've already told the story on here in another video where I used to have like anxiety gaming online with other people. I'm still a little scared, I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually downloaded today because the streamers that I was telling you about before I got sidetracked, they actually, a couple of them have been playing Marvel Rivals, which if you don't know, Marvel Rivals is very similar to Overwatch. There are few differences, one of the key differences being that they're Marvel characters that you're playing as. And I downloaded it because it is also free if you're trying to get into gaming and you're looking for free games. I play it on PC with keyboard and mouse, and I've just been doing like the AI practice area so that I can get a feel for the characters, because there's so many characters and there's so many like different abilities, and like it's kind of hard for me to just kind of know that and learn it. Yeah, so it's taken me a little while. But I enjoyed it. I'm currently enjoying playing Hella. She's really great. I love her outfit. Oh my god. Like, I'm a person who, when I'm like, who do I want to play? I'm like, who aesthetically what's the vibe right now? And that is honestly why I'm afraid to play online, because I know people be out here like, I'm maining this person, we're gonna have this group up and we're gonna hit them with the super combos, we're gonna fuck up everybody, and I'm over there just like, I like their outfits and I like their abilities and I want to do their abilities over and over again, because their abilities, when they yell out their super abilities, they're stims. So I was practicing with Hella. I did a little bit with, who was it? Hella, Penny, I played as Venom, did not like his handling at all. I was like, ooh, boo. Boo, Venom. And it's probably just because I'm not like proficient at the game at all. So again, I'm super beginner. But who was it? It's Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch's super ability when she yells out, pure chaos, anytime I hear a streamer playing the game and I hear that call out, I turn the volume up super quick, because the way that that voice actor for Scarlet Witch says that line, it fucking eats. Now, of course, if you're a person who's played this game and she's come in and absolutely wrecked your team shit, she is annoying. I've seen, especially if she's paired with Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange can create portals, and then he could just like bloop, just send her through, and then she could be like blue and just do her ult, and it's kind of OP. I don't know. They might work on that. They might fix that. Again, I don't know a lot about the game, but I get really excited about stuff that I'm trying for the first time. So I played Marvel Rivals for a while. I had a little family meeting that our family had over Zoom. Just to check in and talk about people's health and just to see where everybody's at. So that was really fun, and I enjoyed that, but it cut into my gaming time. And then by the time we were done with that, also, if you're a person who wants to play games but you are not in the market for money, literally go to Google and type in free games. It's like one of the first links that pops up. There's a website where they are free game. It's a bunch of different games. They have like off-brand versions of popular games. So like Overcooked, like there's kind of an off-brand version of that, or like the dining chef simulators, which I really like those. I love fast-paced games like that when I can kind of just get into the fray of doing it. And then I played, what else did I play? They had kind of like no, it wasn't really that. They had like a different version of what Angry Birds used to be on there. They've got a lot of games. They've got a lot of games on there, and they're free. Now, of course, you are going to get, the occasional ad because it's free, but it's fun. It's something to do in your free time, and especially if you're like a new gamer. Like, I'm not a new gamer, but I always refer to myself as a casual gamer because I'm not, I'm not like super into being the best. That's why I watch streamers. Like, they can be the best. They can play the hard games. I'm never gonna play Elden Ring, but that game is beautiful. It's gorgeous. The music is gorgeous. I love the character designs. Blade, the giant wolf guy. I love his character design. And the I forget her name, the witch with the multiple arms. Oh my god, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. She would treat you right. She would love you forever. But yeah, I love the Bloodborne and the Dark Souls games. Fucking love them. They're so good. The music is just phenomenal. Any video game that gets me with the music, amazing. Like, I was watching, and I said this in another video, but if you're new here and this is the first video of mine you're seeing, I was watching Pezzy, who is a streamer. He was playing Finding Frankie, and the music in that game, fucking phenomenal. I was shocked, and I didn't see any ads I didn't see any stuff announcing that game. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's so colorful. It's so colorful. It's so cool to watch. It is considered, I think, a horror game, so if you go looking for it, be careful. But yeah, so I played a little bit of Marvel Rivals as far as like trying to get the feel of the controls and stuff. If you're a person who games and you're an experienced gamer and you have any tips on like ways that you can learn characters and kind of like how you do it, I would love, 28 minutes and 28 seconds as I said that. I would love in the comments for you to tell me like what your experience with gaming has been and like your favorite genre of games, and then like how do you learn how to play new games. So like when Overwatch was popular, I played a little bit of Overwatch. I made it out of like the tutorial space and played I think 2 live games with people. I did terribly. I was playing as what's her name? I was playing as Mercy because I was like, well, I'm not really great with strategy and stuff like that, so I'll play a character that's easy to play. Bombed. Whole team died. Couldn't res anybody. It was just, there were a lot of things happening. It was a lot of movement. Like in the tutorial when you're training, everything's all slow, but the minute you get out there, everybody dodging and teleporting, and it's like, oh my god, there's so much happening. What the fuck? So yeah. So I enjoyed that. So Marvel Rivals has been pretty fun. I've been enjoying it. Let us see. I saw, and I could be wrong, but I think I saw that I could download Sims for free. I've been hearing about the Sims games for years, and I've never been moved to download it, but I kind of want to, and just to see, like just to play it and test it out and to see how I feel about it. I don't know. That's something that I will attempt, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Something that I would love to invest in, if possible, or not if possible, but as my money that is in escrow, the abundance that I'm attracting comes in, I actually want to buy like a handheld gaming, like a gaming console. Because when my siblings and I were growing up, my brother wanted a handheld. I forget what it was called. I forget what it was called, but he, my parents, I can't remember if they got him one or if it was just something that he talked about all the time. My memory of my childhood, not the best. I have a lot of vague memories. But I wanted one of those, especially because, like, when I'm traveling, I go places, I run errands where I have to wait a lot, you know, in traffic. Sometimes when it's at a standstill, and in Florida you are likely to run into that, especially when it's raining and people really drive out here like it's not raining. Like yesterday it was pouring and people were out here driving crazy and then surprised when they hydroplane and get into a car crash, and it's like, yeah, stupid, you was driving 80, 90 down the highway and it's pouring rain. People have their hazards on because they can't fucking see. Slow down. And you really should slow down, because we got our beautiful motorcyclists out here. Protect them at all costs. I'm very excited to eventually take the class and have my own bike. I've talked about this before, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I already checked, because I know I'm short, and I used to look up hella articles. I was like, can I ride a motorcycle if I'm short as hell? And they were like, yeah, you can definitely. You just need some boots, and then you can remove some of the cushion from your bike. You can actually lower your bike, but you don't want to lower it too much, because then you're gonna be messing with all of the like the important innards of the bike. And I was like, okay, cool. So that is a dream. That is a dream of mine. It's not a dream. Like, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. I will have a bike, at least one. But yeah, let's see. What else? Is that a hair? I always want to lean in and like mess with my face, and I'm like, you're gonna post this. Don't do that. People don't want to see that. In some of my videos, I look back and I'm talking, and like my lip gloss starts to, like, because I get dry mouth, it kind of starts to do this weird thing where it'll pool right here. And I'm like, ew, you could have wiped that off. You literally could see yourself if you were doing these videos. Yasha, fix it. Ugh. Okay, so what else? Oh, she sleep. Oh, she's snoring. She came in from outside and she was like, I'm out. I was like, oh, she feeling good. She feeling lovely. I was like, good night, homie. I'm trying to think what other games I've played. I've played Zelda Wind Waker, I've played Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I've played Majora's Mask, and I'll tell you, the older Zelda games are terrifying. Twilight Princess is good. Oh my gosh, I love Twilight Princess. There's a guy who does a 100% Twilight Princess speed run. I love speed runs, and I don't do them, but I love watching them. And he does a speed run, and it's like 6 hours long. It's so good. It's so good. He knows all the secrets. The creatures in that game, the ones that fall from the sky, like the big ones that look like they have dreadlocks, they are my favorite build of, like, scary creatures in the Zelda universe. I love them so much. They're so cool. And I love that you also get to turn into a wolf in that game. It's so dope. We had it on the Wii back when the commercials were like, we would like to play, or would you like to play? I used to love those commercials. I can't believe there are certain commercials they don't show anymore. The Sock and Bop'em commercials, they don't show those anymore. The Fushigi commercials, they don't show those anymore. The commercials late at night, 'cause I'm your lady, and now the greatest hits ever on. Yeah, you remember. Like, they don't show those anymore. What's another one? The Arby's commercials are kind of sort of the same. We have the meats. Okay, alright. Actually, that's a lie. I've gone to Arby's many times. If I'm ever sponsored by anyone, I might change my tune. But right now, I'm not sponsored by nobody. It's just me out here by myself alone. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about shit. honestly, if I do get sponsored by somebody, I'm only going to accept it if it's like a company that I would actually use and support, because that's just how I feel. Like, I remember on YouTube there was this big thing that was happening where there were a lot of creators who were like influencers and like makeup artists who were buying these cheap makeup. But do you remember this? They were buying these cheap makeup brushes and they were super bad quality, and they were selling them to their audiences, and their audience was like their audiences were saying, my stuff got lost in the mail when it got here, all of my brushes were broken and brittle, like what's happening? And the influencers were like, well guys, I mean, you were only paying $10 for it, so what did you think the quality was? It's like, no bitch, in your video when you were talking about it, you were like, it's really good quality, it's really good quality. Bitch, that shit used to bother me, seeing influencers and being like, you don't deserve the spotlight, you're not supporting your audience, you're not trying to help your bitches win. You gotta help your bitches win. Put that on a t-shirt. Help your bitches win. Hashtag 2025. Like, that's what I really want. In case you haven't heard me say this, and this is the first video of mine that you're watching, I want to see you win, baby. I want to see all of y'all win. I want to come back to these comments and I want to see notifications that say, hey yo, I was watching your videos in my spare time and I just happened to land my first record deal. I would love to see that. Or somebody being like, I got that promotion at that job. I would love to see that. Or I finally got a boyfriend and he's amazing. I want to see that. Or I finally got a girlfriend. Yes, put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. I'm spending way too much time on Twitch. But yes, I want to see when y'all win. I get so happy. 36 minutes and 36 seconds as I say that. I get so happy. I experience compersion. And what compersion is apparently that is the ability to experience happiness for somebody as if you are experiencing that happiness that they are experiencing. So my bestie who watches my videos, hey girl, she actually experiences massive compersion for me, and she's one of the few people that I know who genuinely does, because even when she's not doing well, she's like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you, like I'm gonna cry, like she actually gets emotional on my behalf. I was like, to the powers that be, I need you to bless the fuck out of this woman, because the support that she provides to me is on some other level shit. I'm telling you, if you have at least one friend in your life who supports you and backs you and wants to see you win, like they're actively like, what you doing this weekend? Oh, you know, I was just gonna laze around. But didn't you say that you was trying to lose weight? You ain't been in the gym in a couple of days, homie. It's like, well, I don't know. I'm coming over to your house. We're going to the gym together. Like, if you know people like that, and if you have people like that in your life, tell them you love them and you appreciate them. There is no time like the present. Tell them. Tell them. I know some people don't. I know some people are like, well, I show them that I love them in my actions. And that's valid. That's valid. If you're a person who you're showing your friends that you care in your actions, go for it. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. It doesn't always have to be, I'm always like, tell them, just because to me, if you are friends with people who live halfway across the world, because, you know, like I have friends who do not live in the same state as me. In fact, my best friend does not live in the same state as me. And so, like, the way that I show her that I love her is that I do support her, but then I also tell her that I love her, because why not? I'm not paying for fucking words, and clearly, by the time length of all these videos, I got it in me to talk for a long time. But yes, so let's see, get into it, yeah. Realizations. I realized that I tend to talk way too fast as far as trying to rush to respond to people when they ask me a question or trying to be understood. Just to reiterate, if you haven't heard me say it before, and I can't remember if I've said it in a video or not, you are not here to be understood or misunderstood. You are here to be experienced. You are a whole experience. I wonder if y'all can hear her snoring. She's so cute. You are here to be experienced. You are here, as you are living, to be experienced in the same way that a sunset is experienced, or a sunrise, or the tranquil waves at the beach, in the Gulf in particular. Not on the east side. Not on the east side. Not at New Smyrna Beach, here in Florida. Not at New Smyrna. Bro, I was pissed. There is a location at New Smyrna Beach where my family would frequently go, and bro, she is hitting that big sleep. Like, that's the Odin sleep right there. I hope y'all can still hear me. So, my family will occasionally go to New Smyrna Beach. It's about a 45-minute drive from where we are. So we pack up the car, we stop at Wawa, we get ourselves some snacks, some little sandwiches, a little panini action, and then we drive down to the beach. And it's really fun, and I enjoy doing it. So in December, when we drove down there, there was this big ass board, and you used to be able to be there and park for free. And it said that they were going to start charging per day starting January 1st. I was so mad. I was like, y'all really do know how to fuck up a good thing. Now I know that some places start charging because they're needing more money in order to like fix the bathrooms or to keep the beach clean or to fund the areas or maybe to decrease the amount of people who come and they disrespect the area. I get it. It's just that whenever I go someplace with my family and we're super respectful of an area, I always get mad when they start being like, well, we're gonna start charging you. It's like, YouTube was such a beautiful place at one point before the ads. I mean, there was obvious toxicity on there. Like, I'm not gonna lie. YouTube was never flawless. But it was nice before the ads. And then they started having the ads play on everything. I think I have a couple of videos. My Shiki no Uta video, the song that I'm singing in Japanese on my page, I believe ads start playing when you click on it, and I don't get anything from that. I don't know why there are ads on there. I can't figure out how to take them off, if that's even possible. So, I don't know. I'm not making money from any of these videos at present, at the time of recording this. So I'm like, why are ads? Why are ads popping up? Like, if ads was gonna pop up, it needs to be because, I'm getting something from it. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I was mad when I saw that sign when we pulled up, and I was like, January 1st, y'all really on some fuck shit. Okay, that's how y'all gonna be. That's how you gonna be. That's fine. But what was I talking about before that? Yes, you are meant to be experienced. Like the beach, like the clouds. Speaking of clouds, if anybody here has ever been on a hot air balloon ride, please put a hot air balloon emoji in the comments, or tell me that you've done it and was it fun? I really want to do it. My mom's brother lives up in Walla Walla, Washington, and they do the hot air balloon stampede, and they do it every year, and you go, and Walla Walla, Washington, it's such a pretty place. It's so pretty, and I have not been up there yet, but I'm talking, you're looking around, you're seeing snow-capped mountains. It's gorgeous, and the skies are so clear, and apparently the food is good and the wine is better, so I'm trying to visit at some point. But they do this hot air balloon stampede where essentially a bunch of people bring out their hot air balloons and they all take off from one place, they travel a certain distance, and then they all land in the same place. And my parents went, and they were like, it was almost scary how quiet it is up there when you get up there, and the only sound you hear are each other talking and the occasional as the people are pulling the thing for the fire so that the balloon keeps floating. So I was like, maybe I want to do that. But I don't know, there's something about being up thousands of feet in the air and you in a wicker basket. Something about that just doesn't sit right with my survival instincts. I'm like, I do believe that on some level I was supposed to be a bird, because I've always felt like I was supposed to have bird feet. Like, the 3 little toes in the front and then the 1 long toe in the back. So it's kind of like this. I always felt like that's how my feet were supposed to be. 43 minutes and 43 seconds. So does anybody feel that? Like, anybody in the comments who be watching this video felt like at some point you felt like you should have been an animal? I don't know. I do to a certain extent believe in reincarnation. So maybe I was a bird at some point, or maybe that's what's coming up for me. I don't know what type of bird I would be. I would say I would be a mockingbird, but maybe a mockingbird. I wouldn't be a woodpecker because they work too hard. There's so many different types of birds. Maybe like an eagle or a falcon, something that's dangerous, something that most animals aren't gonna mess with. So I could be up there high in the sky, soaring and peeping what's happening below, but I don't have to fear for my life. I just gotta keep an eye out for airplanes. be like keeping an eye out for Celine, and it's actually a Boeing 477 that I'm trying to keep an eye out for. I don't even know if that's a certain type of plane. Yeah, I don't know. If you were a bird, what type of bird would you be and why? I'm actually very interested in the why. When people pick things, they're like, I would want to be, like, what type of animal would you want to be? Well, I would want to be an elephant. Why? Because I'd have a good memory. Bitch, then just be a human with a good memory. You an elephant. You can literally crush anything with your feet. You literally can drink water through your trunk, and you want some, I want to have a good memory. Psh, get out of here. That's not a creative answer. I love doing the what if game with people. Like, what if I did this? Or what if I did this? Or what if you were this? Like, what if you woke up and you had wings and a tail? Like, what's the first thing you would do? I love questions like that. It really shows you how playful people are. I love playful people. A big fan. I'm gonna get some more water. Uh-oh. My eyes went from this to this, and I'm like, uh-oh. Sleep is coming. Bro, she's sleeping that good sleep in here. That's gonna be me in a second. After I listen to the, what was it? What was it I said I was gonna listen to? Fuck. I said I was gonna put it in the description. Guys, help. It was the Watch Dogs theme song. Watch Dogs 2. High five. It's amazing. I'm very excited. It's so good. It's so good. So, something that I like to do, and tell me if you like to do this because I would actually like to know. I am the type of person to where when I listen to music, it is never just me listening to music. Sometimes I see like images, like moving images in my mind. So I'll see like, you know, flying over the ocean or something to a song. But in most cases, I'm whooping people's asses and I'm going Super Saiyan. 46 minutes and 46 seconds as I say that. I love power fantasies where I'm literally leveling cities, and it's not because I really want to hurt people. I think it's just because there's something about having like some form of an unlimited power that's just amazing. Whoa, random thought. Do y'all, anybody here seen the, apparently it was a series, Dinotopia? It's the movie essentially where these two guys, and they would tell you in the trailer, it's an old series, but these two guys are flying in a plane with their stepdad, I believe, and they go through a storm, plane crashes, the boys come out, and they're suddenly whisked away to a land that resembles Pangea. So that's essentially how the world was before all the continents, like the land masses broke up, and now it looks like what it is today. But there are dinosaurs in this movie. 47 minutes, 47 seconds. So somebody who's watching this video is a dinosaur person. Love you. What type of dinosaur would you like to be? As for me, an iguanodon, because I loved the Disney movie Dinosaurs. It was animated amazingly, and I believe that era of animation was wasted on ungrateful ass people, because I need them to bring that animation back. I'm coming back to Dinotopia, but Dinosaurs, Treasure Planet was another one. I fucking loved Treasure Planet. All the characters, 8. Jim Hawkins, perfect. That is my favorite depiction of Jim Hawkins from the Treasure Island like book. I also love Muppet Treasure Island. So good with Tim Curry. He was so great. Yo ho ho, da 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 da. We'll share with the likes of you and treat you like a son. But when you're a professional pirate, da 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 da. Treasure Planet was so good. I am a moment to be real. The songs are amazing. Oh my gosh, it's such a... Oh, that's one I want to watch. I've been telling my bestie that I want to do... My best friend. I've been telling her I want to do a watch party. I want to do a watch party where I watch a video and somehow I'm able to stream it and I can share the link like with people and I can react to whatever it is that I'm watching. I don't think I can do that on YouTube because of the nature of how YouTube is. Like, I think I can do it if I'm not showing the movie, but if I'm showing it, I think they'll be like, you can't watch it. Or maybe it's you just can't monetize it. Because I'm not trying to monetize my videos. I don't really care about that. But I know that some videos are copywritten so hard that the whole video is taken down. So that would be a waste of time. But if anybody knows about a way that I can do that, if, you know, yeah, that might be fun. But yeah, Treasure Planet, the animation was so good. The Lost City of Atlantis. Oh my gosh. Milo Thatch. Kira Kakash. You have disturbed the dirt. Excuse me? You have disturbed the dirt. He's mole. Back up. I got soap. Oh my gosh. There's so many. Yo. How come there are so many people in college who that is their reaction to soap? Back up. I got soap. Like, it's a valid threat. Like, I've been so tempted in some cases to put a bar of Dove soap in my bag. Because that's what I use. Because I got sensitive skin. I use Dove soap. And you really hit them with the, back up. And they get scared. They get scared. Like, it's crazy. I love it. I love when she's sleeping hard because she deserves it. My sister works so hard. Like, she is constantly doing shadow work. She's constantly doing schoolwork. She's constantly working to be a better friend. Like, I was telling her the other day, I think if more people were like my sister, as far as being like, yo, I'm not gonna mask no more, but I still love it. I still care about people. I'm gonna try to put my best foot forward all the time. I think the world would be a better place. I really do. She's amazing. I love her so much. I know you can't see me, but I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch. But yes, Atlantis, Treasure Planet, Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs was good. It was so good. The scene where the meteorite hits the earth, yo, it's done so well. And then the sound design was actually amazing for that movie. And people were like, it just didn't make enough money. I'm like, what is enough money to you people? What is enough money? Because there's so many good movies that I'm like, yeah, we're doing something. And then Hollywood abandoned ship because they're like, well, we're not making millions, so let's pop out another Marvel movie maybe. I don't have anything against Marvel. I'm not a big Marvel person, and I'm not a big DC person either. I'm not like big into superheroes, if I'm being honest. I do kind of like the villains, but that's not really my like kind of genre. Like, I like it, don't get me wrong. Like, again, Wolverine versus Deadpool. I loved Avengers Endgame. The first Doctor Strange is my favorite Doctor Strange. The first Iron Man, and then I think the third Iron Man? Or was it the second? I can't remember. But Iron Man, I'm trying to think of other Marvel movies that I actually really enjoyed. I actually really liked Thor Ragnarok. I know some people didn't like it because they had expectations, or they were like, Taika Waititi is trying to make everything funny. And I think I liked it because I personally do not find, like, the first Thor movie, I was like, he's okay, but like Loki's just more entertaining. Like, other characters are more interesting than Thor is because he's very one note. But once comedy started being brought in, I was more entertained. Like, I really do have kind of like I'm a child in that sense. Like, if I'm in the movie theater, I either need to have my mind blown, I need to be very emotional, like, oh my gosh, I'm in awe, or I need to be laughing. And if I'm not doing any of those things, then what am I doing here? Why did I pay you money for a ticket? Who sold it to me? Are we gonna fight? Most likely. But yeah. Or the music in the movie is good. If the music in the movie is good and the movie itself is bad, I don't know. I might watch it. I watched somebody on YouTube, Kenny JD. She does a few other stuff on her channel, but the main things that I enjoy watching are her bad movies and a beat. And she's got a whole playlist on there where she'll review bad movies, while she puts her makeup on, and she always slays her makeup looks. I've never been good at makeup like that. It's part of the reason I don't wear makeup now, because I never, like, the contouring era came after me, and when I was, like, going to school, I didn't wear a lot of makeup. I think my favorite brand of makeup, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is MAC. It is MAC. Again, I'm not sponsored, but MAC makeup, I started using it when I was doing a lot of theater stuff and I was under hot stage lights all the time, and MAC is actually made for theater people. Like, it's made to be worn under hot ass stage lights. And it was just super solid. Super solid. That makeup would stay on for hours. If I didn't wash my face, I would get up and still look good. Like, it wouldn't be smudged or anything. Like, the MAC products really were, they was doing the most. But it is expensive, which is part of the reason I was like, I'm not using this anymore. And then on top of that, I was like, I'm tired of this, grandpa. Like, I'm tired of wearing makeup. And then when I roll up to people without makeup, oh my God, are you okay? You look sick. No, I just don't have makeup on. Ass. I know some people actually cared, so I didn't snap at everybody. But I was like, listen, especially now that I am, you know, keeping an eye out for my soulmate up in here, I want my soulmate to see what my face looks like ordinarily. You know, I don't want them to see me all dolled up and dressed up and that's the only way they ever see me, and then I finally get back to their place at some point, I take my makeup off for whatever reason and they're on some, God damn, what happened to your face? I mean, if anybody does that, obviously I'm gonna have to pack up and leave, because you're not gonna have that type of response to me taking my makeup off and still think that things are happening. It's not happening. Of course, if it's my soulmate, I don't think that they would respond like that. They'd be like, oh wow, you look different. No, that's not fair to say. They'd probably be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, because that's me. That's me. Like, I'm very big on, I'm the type of person to, like, if my partner is doing something and people are like, this person gives me the ick, I'm like, actually, no. That little awkward thing that they did, I've fallen in love, and I'm waiting for them to ask me to marry them. I love people who are just on some authentic, like the good type of weird, the good type of goofy. I'm here for it. But yeah, one of the things that I thought of when I started dating again, or not dating because I'm not really dating right now, but when I was thinking about getting back out there, you know, so to speak, I was like, listen, I'm not about to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I've already done the pick me phase where I wanted to be chosen so badly that I was willing to wear the most uncomfortable clothes and shoes known to man. I was willing to cake my face with makeup no matter where I was going or how long I was going to be there. Now, there is nothing against people who like wearing makeup and who will wear uncomfortable clothes because they enjoy their fit being super fucking drippy. I love seeing people whose fits are great. I've been seeing a lot of those on Red Note, the app that I am using in place of TikTok. I like Red Note better. I really do. I like the content better. I like how it's situated, and those cosplays are crazy. Their makeup tutorials, crazy. Their food, crazy. And I love learning how to make like authentic Chinese food. Like, let's fucking go. I still haven't had those Singapore noodles I was talking about in one of my other videos. Guys, I'm fiending for some Singapore noodles and soju. I really want to do that. I really want that to be in my experience like yesterday. So I'm asking it with my brain. I'm putting it out there. Please, Singapore noodles and soju. Preferably the green apple flavor. Or any apple flavor. Would be nice. I tried the peach flavor. It was not as good as I wanted it to be. Like, I was counting on it. I was like, because, you know, technically I'm a Georgia peach. You know. I have a Georgia peach. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But actually at the Cheesecake Factory, if you don't know, there's a drink called a Georgia Peach. It's very good, and it only takes one of those for me to get super lit. So if you are 21 or over, the next time you're at the Cheesecake Factory, try a Georgia Peach, because it's really good. Yeah. Oh, I love these videos when I'm all over the place and I'm just talking about my interests and I'm like asking you guys questions and stuff. I love these types of videos. I like the other ones too. Like, I like the authenticity, but I also like to break those up. So if I'm getting in front of the camera and I'm like, yes, let's do it. Like, I get really excited. What was I saying? I don't remember. But that's okay. We move. We push through it, fam. Yeah. Damn, I really don't know what I was saying. Was I talking about movies? I was talking about the animation styles being really good. Dinotopia. Stay with me now. So Dinotopia, we own it. My family owns the DVD, the 2 DVDs, because it's so long that it's broken up into 2 separate DVDs. I thought Dinotopia was a movie because it's long as fuck. Come to find out, it was a mini series where each episode was like 30 minutes long or something like that. My sister told us last night when we were on our family chat about this, and I actually really liked the movie because I liked a lot of the messages that were in there. One of the brothers bothered the shit out of me. He was so annoying. I was like, fuck that guy. I hope he drowns. Like, not really. Not really, YouTube. Not really. But the other brother, I don't know this actor's name, but he's super fine. He's super fine. What was he in? He was in Underworld. If you've seen Underworld with Kate Beckinsale and Michael Sheen, that's another man that's very attractive. Michael Sheen is very good looking. Even now, he's good looking. He was Lucian in Underworld. Watch Underworld. If you haven't seen Underworld, go watch that. If you're into vampire stuff and you haven't seen it, I'm shocked. I'm shocked because it's a staple. It's a staple. It's a classic. Celine was strong, powerful female protagonist. Get into it. And then her love story with Michael is just, it's everything. Spoilers. But yes, so yeah, Dinotopia, I actually really liked it, but apparently a lot of people didn't. Apparently it did not do well on Rotten Tomatoes. And apparently a lot of my favorite movies growing up did not do well on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm like, oh my god, this is my favorite movie. I loved the first 2 original Mortal Kombat movies. I love them. I love them so much. They're so good. Like, now, I do have qualms. So the first 2 movies, I believe they're on Netflix. I think they're definitely on YouTube. They might. I don't think they're free with ads, though. I think they're on Netflix. I don't have a Netflix subscription anymore, but my parents have subscriptions, and I'd be like, hey, can I watch this? I'm just trying to get in on it. And the first one, I really like Johnny Cage. I love Liu Kang, and I love the actor they got to play Lord Raiden. I also love the actor that they got to play Shang Tsung. So let's see. Johnny, Sonya Blade, and Liu Kang. In the second movie, do not like who they picked for Johnny Cage. Really don't like who they picked to play Lord Raiden. And I could not stand the new Sonya Blade. The original Sonya Blade, 8. She was powerful. She was in black jeans, super long black turtleneck on an island where there was non-continuity because in one scene she's going to this island, she ain't got no bags of clothes with her, just that one outfit, and she's a part of the SWAT, so she's in there like, bruh, where's Kano? For those of you that don't know the Mortal Kombat lore, honestly, it's interesting. It's a little interesting. It's kind of crazy. I like it. It's great. I feel like I said I like it like 30 times. But anyways, it's so interesting because it's like in one scene, she was in the pants and she didn't bring any clothes because she didn't know that she was going to be there on this island fighting in Mortal Kombat. And then in one scene when she's fighting this guy who she's fighting, and then she's in the shorts, like the pants are cut off. But then in the very next scene when she's watching a fight from the sidelines, her pants are back on. I mean, her pants were always on, but they're pants again instead of jean shorts. And I was like, continuity error. But I didn't care. I love the movies. I loved them. And you cannot beat the Mortal Kombat theme. Yo, let me get some water. I know we're at an hour already. And I don't feel like I really gave y'all any, like, solid information. That man went into the studio and they said, are you ready? And he put on his headphones. He said, yeah, let's go. And then they pointed at him and this man said, Mortal Kombat! And then they hit stop. He didn't do it again because it's the exact same sound effect that they used through the entire song. It was a one take, because the way that man probably tore up his vocal cords to say that line, mad respect from me. Bro, the Mortal Kombat theme is also good. Again, if you're not into video games and you're watching this right now, I'll definitely talk about other stuff at some point, I'm sure. But I love video games. I didn't get to I played some as a kid, but I felt like I didn't get to do a lot of playing as a kid. So really, as an adult, when I have the time to do stuff like play games, I do it, because that's really where I'm trying to go. Like, I'm attracting a lifestyle where I get paid and pampered to play games. I think that would be dope. I think that would be super cool. Or to exist. That'd be great. Well, I'm tired, and I definitely want to go listen to this Watch Dogs theme before I go to bed, and I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm starting to get eepy. She eepy in the closet. Eepy in the closet. Eepy. Eepy in the closet. My girl is eepy in the closet. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm definitely on one this evening. I love you guys. Thank you to those of you who are new here. I'm so glad that you're here and that you're hanging out. And again, not every video is going to be the exact same theme or like the last one, and we're just kind of here doing what we do. I'm gonna try to title my videos a bit better to where they kind of reflect what the video's about, so that, like, it's not like you don't go into the video being like, you didn't talk about that at all. Sometimes the titles that I do, I'm just moved to put the title on there that way, because after I finish recording, I immediately will take my phone and go to upload it, and when I do that, it immediately is like, so what title do you want to have? Because I upload these from my phone directly. It's easier that way. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being a part of my little community of people. I want to send all of my love, all of my energy. Actually, what I'm going to do right now is I'm sending you a care package. Everybody who's still watching up until this point, I'm sending you a care package of neutral energy. And the reason I'm sending that is because your highest self knows exactly what to do with that little energy care package. If I had tried to send only positive vibes, maybe some of you wouldn't have received it, because you're not in a place to really get positive vibes from other people right now, because you've got hella stuff you're working on, and right now you're just trying to take a break before you have to get back to work, which I understand. And I obviously don't want to send no bad vibes to nobody, because karma is real and rampant out here. I watch instant karma happen every day. I'll watch somebody do something, like in our neighborhood we got hundreds of ducks. I'll watch somebody walk past a duck too wrong, and a duck flies and hits them in the back of the head, and I'm like, bro, turnabout is fair play, and foul play is afoot. Like, bruh, that's you. You shouldn't have been walking so hard in front of these ducks. Leave them be. But yeah, so your spirit's gonna know exactly what to do with that. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. I love you guys' comments. I love reading them. Thank you to the person who said that my other video that I did, where I was all over the place, that it was similar to circa 2008 YouTube, because I do miss that. I really do. That, to me, was the golden age. It was before ads were hitting. It was when people were really on YouTube to be their most authentic selves. And then over time, it became about the amount of views you got, it became about the amount of subscribers, and then it became about monetizing all of your stuff. And those things are not bad in themselves. Wanting a high subscriber count doesn't make a creator a bad person. Wanting to get like the YouTube plaque for 100,000 followers, that's not a bad thing. Like the silver plaque, that's not a bad thing at all. I would love that plaque, actually. That would look great on the wall of my new apartment. That would be amazing. Or maybe on like a little thing that stands up in the background and then y'all could see. Maybe on a dresser or something. And then I can put my plushies next to it. That might be nice. But yeah, it doesn't make them bad people, but when people lead with that, they lead with monetizing and they forget the passion of why they're doing what they do, then it shows. It comes across in the content. There are quite a few content creators, and I'm not going to drop any names on the off chance that I will meet them. I'm gonna tell them to their face. I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, you fell off, bro. But that's a conversation between me and the person. But there are some YouTubers who I followed for a while, and then they just got so big to the point where they just stopped caring about their audience. And I was like, bro, your audience is the whole reason you're even here. Like, the work that you do is only funded because of the people who supported you for the past 10 plus years. Because when, 2008, yeah, that's a long time, So, but, during that time, like the 2008 era was actually a really good time for YouTube. It's when, people were posting video gameplay, but it was super, like, grainy, and it wasn't always great because you didn't have all the streaming services that you have now. I know I'm kind of dating myself, but it was a good time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And I loved reading that comment because it made me feel really good, because again, the whole reason I started doing these videos is because I was supposed to be vulnerable and authentic about my journey, my walk, where I'm at right now. A little bit about my a lot of bit about my metaphysical path and like kind of the like stuff that I do, and just talking about the challenges that I have in life, because I feel like there are a lot of people right now who are really looking for authentic connections. They're looking for authentic creators. I have dropped so many people that I used to follow. An hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds as I say that. I have dropped so many big, like, celebrities or big creators that do not care about their audience, and it's clear. Like, they sell their audience crap, terrible quality shit, and then blame the audience for paying for it. Weird behavior. When you come up, you should be giving back to your people. One of the people who I think, who I really enjoy his content, and he does care about his people, it's Jacksepticeye. I love Sean. I think he's great. I think I would love to meet him one day. I think that'd be super dope. It probably wouldn't be in a gaming setup or a setting in gaming, because I like to play games. But as far as team games, I'm not that good. Not that good at all. You're not going to find me in a Call of Duty lobby anytime soon. Unless it's a Call of Duty situation where there are zombies, then I will be in there. Because that was one of my favorite levels when I was playing, not the story campaign of one of the older Call of Duty games. But I enjoyed the zombie levels. Like, bring them all. I'm mowing everything down. But, yeah, so I appreciated that comment, and I appreciate all the other comments that I get. The comments of the new subscribers that are like, oh my gosh, I really like your vibe, and I like what you've said, new subscriber, and I'm like, oh my gosh, hi, welcome. So for those of you that don't know, if you're seeing this video, I have really held off on responding to comments and liking comments, because when I first started doing like vocal videos on YouTube, I got really stressed trying to respond to everybody who had things to say, and then I started creating content around what people wanted instead of doing what I felt led to do. And for me, there is a time and a place for us all to collaborate on, content. I had said in another video, if I do reach 1,000 subscribers, I would like to do something, and I would like to know you guys' ideas for stuff that we could do together. That might be fun. Or something that I can do in a video that might be fun. But for the most part, I really don't usually do it. If I do respond to your comment, and if I like your comment, it's because I am moved to. I don't know if I'm going to go back and just be, spamming liking things, but I really also try to keep myself out of the comment section of videos, because I know it can get pretty dark down there. Like, tonight we will fight in the shade. So that's why I don't do it. It's not because I don't see your comments. I do see them. I see things that you guys say. I see when you do timestamps, and I love that, because then I can click on the timestamp and be like, what the fuck did I say? And then usually it'll help me, and I'm like, stepping on my toes yet again. So just as a final note, 14 minutes and 4 seconds as I'm about to say this, 4:04. The number 4 represents foundations, and it represents planning. Something that I would like for you to remember is, in what you're choosing to do with your life, if you're in a place where you're trying to be authentic and you're trying to, move through things, which if you're watching this video up until this point, I'm pretty sure you are. What I would like for you to do, I'm going to implore you to focus in on what is the passion behind the things that you are doing. What is the passion? And now, it doesn't have to feel like a passion, because I know people who have, like, I, for a long time, didn't feel like I had a passion, because I wasn't so excited about anything that if I didn't do it, I would die. Like, I didn't have that. But I am passionate about these videos and putting out content online. So I have now found my passion, which I didn't think I was going to do. But in the work that you do, or in the work that you're going to be doing, or in the work that you're doing and you're trying to drum up business, or you're trying to drum up views, or you're trying to drum up things for your success here in 2025, what is going to fuel you and push you through the days where it's boring, monotonous work, 15 minutes and 15 seconds on the hour as I say this, what's going to help you through that is locking into the passion of why you're doing it in the first place. Again, so many celebrities and influencers that I see, the reason they fell off is because they forgot why they started doing this in the first place. It became about the money. It became about the after parties. It became about the concerts and the sponsorships. Again, none of those things are bad, but if that's the primary reason you're doing something, at the end of the day, you're not going to feel fulfilled. Those things are very nice, but they cannot fill the hole in your soul. Hashtag fill the hole in your soul 2025. I want jackets. I want t-shirts. I want beanies. I really want to do that at some point. I would love to do that. I love having clothes that I wear that are comfortable and being able to be like, oh my gosh, guys, I love these clothes. They're so comfortable. You can also come and buy clothes that are also comfortable, and we can all be wearing similar stuff together. But anyways, I think that's all I have for this evening. Lock into your passions, man. Lock into your passions. And when it comes to your truth, what is your truth? Be thinking about that. What is your truth? What is a hill you are willing to die on when it comes to life in general? If you had a platform and you had thousands upon thousands of followers and you could put out a message, what message would you want to put out? What is the thing that drives you? What is the thing for you that makes life worth living? I would love to know. Anyways, that's all I have. Mwah. I love you guys, and I will most likely see you again tomorrow night for another video. You guys are amazing. Keep being beautiful and shining bright. And I'm rooting for you.